Check.
We are live.
Welcome everybody to the Budcast. I'm Michelle Pierce, Nathan's wife. I'm usually behind the scenes, but today I am in front. Like, follow, share, subscribe. We will see you in a few minutes.
Tantalize under the big sky. 4-6 Budcast gonna get you high. Adam and Tanaki and Nate bringing the heat. No time to wait. From the mountains to the plains, let's working out, break your chains. Every topic, every strain in this cannabis domain. 4-6 Budcast, let's celebrate. Rolling up, it's time to celebrate. Adam and Tanaki and Nate and Montana, we dominate. From the soul of the billers, we're on the map. Lighting up the scene, ain't no cap. Hip-hop beats in the background as we drop knowledge profound. From CBD to THC, we're breaking down the chemistry in this podcast symphony. Come join our THC family.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're live with the Budcast. We have our hosts here, Tanaki. We have Adam, we have myself, Nathan Pierce, and we are joined with our special guest, Casey, over here from MontQueso. And I'm sorry, Christine. Yeah, I apologize for not remembering the name there. But they were gracious enough to come in, share some wonderful food that they brought with us. They also got some balsamic vinegar reduction they're going to share, and some fabulous cheese curds out there. So, I think I'll kick it over to Adam. He can give us a little more introduction on the cheese curd side of the life.
Well, I actually got my first chance to sample some of these cheese curds on 710, with the balsamic glaze and things like that, the cherry tomatoes on the skewer, and it was absolutely amazing. I could definitely recommend these to anybody that wants to go pick up some cheese curds. These are phenomenal. Like they literally taste great. And yeah, no, I could literally, they're dangerous. So shout out to Casey and Christine on just doing an amazing job on this, dude. So tell us a little bit about what got you into cheese, and then what got you into, making infused cheeses. Tell us about that journey, dude.
I would be here all night if I was going back to where it starts. But culinary, it's an adventure when you just find that passion for it. And, it's kept me out of trouble, in jail. It's done a lot of stuff, kept me moving in life, keep me alive. And then I didn't really have money or nothing to be like take culinary school or so I go home and I would kind of self-medicate on the wrong stuff, but I'd read books and books and books and watch videos, and I'd step up and I learned my mother sauces, fine dining stuff, push. And then I'd be at my grandma's house or something after I probably fell in life and she's helping me out again. I'll be honest, but I'm up at 2 a.m. and I'm watching videos and I was like, mozzarella cheese, And then there was time we had pipe dreams in circles like this playing cards all night in Lincoln City, Oregon, Perry Fenton.
I just had a laugh. I'm sure we've all been guilty of being up at 2 a.m. and be like, ooh, cheese.
Yeah, we were talking
and brainstorming, with the homies after.
Yeah. We were like, hey, Saturday market, we can market the women, do one of them Italian things. But then we're like, health department, man. It's tough with cheese. We market on our cheese. I'll get to the professional side. We make all our cheese from scratch. We try to get local milk. It's tough. We do a lot of stuff at home with we get gifts from Groovy Grazers, local person in the community, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then
they work down there at Harvest Tech, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we'll play, we get to play at home, keep making cheeses. And then a lot of time it started off as being broke in Christmas time and wanting to get gifts for people.
Yeah.
So we're we can't afford gift cards for everybody.
So come and peer from the heart with a pure gift.
Yeah. So then Christine was like, well, let's make some cheese.
Yeah.
And then cut it up into cheese, curd it and all that. Or I'm sorry, emotional stuff.
Oh, bro, you're golden. We appreciate you sharing this
story.
We
had this whole spread. She even made a espresso cheese. I was like, no way. And it actually worked. But, so we've been off and on making cheese for a while. Mm-hmm. But then we came up with something that people were just loving. And we're like, why not? And then even people you don't even expect to, like, hey, where's your cheese at?
Yeah.
So I just kept doing it, you know, and then some people backed me up dispensary wise. And it's like game on.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
you went from, you know, trying to rebuild your life to actually getting into your passion and building this now cheese empire that you're starting off with. I mean, I know you think it's small, but man, you've really got something going on here. And I think there's going to be a lot of people behind you. So, I mean, tell people, where can you get this fabulous product?
Man, it's right here. Mountain Organics. Right here. Shout out to all the big bosses over there. They opened up a door. You got to show your footwork with people like that, though. You know, you got to, you know, it's different. You got fines and stuff. Like I hear stuff that is like, oh my God. And I'm under their license. So we document on our curds. We try our best to not, you know, do everything where it is. We have videos on our Instagram of the process of making it, so you guys can see how clean we are. We make sure it's sanitized, because milk was like illegal to buy from each other like not too long ago.
Sure, yeah.
And you can say Trump, whatever, I don't care who.
Uncultured milk or unpasteurized milk.
A party, I don't know who what, but changed the law. So us small, we can buy milk and stuff. So we can, you know, have some good product.
What's your guys' Instagram handle? So we can go look that up.
JST at Instagram. So just BNKC. Okay. Yeah, and that has pages going all the way from when I was a private chef in Big Sky, Rainbow Ranch, some really nice places, you know.
Okay, so it's kind of got your whole like
and then also I'm building a food truck, pizza trailer.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's like half built. It's a Napoleon one.
It's
and I have the website. It's called the Dirty Pie, and then it's just gonna be simple Napoleon pies with like a Montana game. It's gonna have like bison pepperoni, elk sausage, you know, with Fontina blend.
So we had this fast food blend. So he's gonna have the fast food.
Yeah. Get the fast food and then put it on the fast food on the fast food.
The super fast food, like the Montana super fast food blend.
Yeah, y'all gonna eat some pizza.
Yeah.
But speaking of videos, dude, we've actually got a video with a little song queued up so folks can get a little insight and some info on MontQueso. So if we could go ahead and throw that up, Daniel, I'd appreciate it.
Rolling up the green, infusing the cream. MontQueso treat, it's a cannabis dream. Shut a good green, take a bite and see. Melt it in your mind, find your harmony. MontQueso so fine, cannabis sunshine. Every blend divine, taste buds realign. Snacking on a vibe, feel that cheesy high. Pop a piece, get lost, in the sky we fly. MontQueso groove now, hit that funky sound. Cheese and green combined, flavor so profound. MontQueso so fine, cannabis and shine. Every blend divine, taste buds realign. Shut a good breathe, take a bite and see. Melt it in your mind, find your harmony. MontQueso so fine, cannabis and shine. Every blend divine, taste buds realign. MontQueso groove now, hit that funky sound. Cheese and green combine, flavor so profound.
All right, so we are back at the 406 Organic Studios with the 406 Budcast and MontQueso, guys. So Casey and Christine have brought some amazing stuff here, guys. You want to tell us about this dish you have whipped up for us tonight?
So, you know, you gotta break bread, you know. This is some fresh mixed greens, local mixed greens with a citrus poppy seed. California, some Walmart stuff, but you know, I couldn't find fresh tarragon. I was gonna bust out a tarragon honey vinaigrette, but I was like, shoot, let's just do this. And then I fried up some young
get a shot of that there.
MontQueso curds, and then drizzled some balsamic over it, which actually I have 600 bottles, speaking of, to be bottled up. If you guys like balsamic glaze, it's reduced down, medicated, just like this. You could put it on your pizzas. You could just drink it.
Better get out there and get you
just
some of that, guys.
Definitely, the balsamic's delicious.
Yeah, you can put that on anything. So this will be coming up soon, as well as popcorn. Yeah, y'all, some popcorn. I got the bags. I'm gonna seal them up.
Who doesn't want some infused
Bam.
popcorn?
You're sitting there with your girl, your boyfriend, whatever. Hey, babe, pop some popcorn. Bam.
Boom.
Bam. I still have to talk it with the big dogs, but I still have to do my sales.
Yeah.
But let's get it done.
Yeah.
Talk about Netflix and chill.
Netflix and very chill.
Very chill.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people in competition out there, and I heard something on the other podcast tonight, which I like the movement on it, what they were talking about, instead of batting at each other, like Blackbird rolling, instead of being in competition with people, you get to be part of everybody.
That's right.
That's the circle I'm in with this.
That's right.
I'm introducing something different. I would love to get guided down because I got health issues, like really bad ones, but I would like to learn and change to go down health-wise too, not just be about, yo, I'm down to hit dabs and shit, just if I pass out, so, help me out. But,
can't wake me back up, brother.
But I mean, it's cool because we go all over, and I would love to keep going to events and be part of this.
Well, I think you need to, man.
That's what I did in my banquets or when I actually got up on big properties up in Big Sky, like Little Mountain Ranch. I do some glamping, chef, drive out, 5-course meals, a moose to walk by. You cry on the way home.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, damn, man, you got
the majestic beauty that you got to see.
Share that passion. Yeah. It's just like, wow.
Well, thank you for coming on here and actually sharing that passion. And that's what we're about here as well, is building the community up. And we're glad that you were able to get out here and get your message out. As you can see right now, most of us, like Adam has a 406 Essence shirt on. I have a 406 Essence shirt on. Mm-hmm. We actually, my wife and I own 406 Organics, and so although these guys may be our competition, there's somebody that we work with. We actually sell Mo treats out of our shop. We sell, quite a bit of people out of our shop. So we really want to see that community that you're talking about. And that's one of the main reasons why we built this Budcast, and the main reason why we're trying to get so many people from the community out here. Jerry Tam from Butte. He owns the Peking out there. He's going to be coming on soon. So, we're going to actually be bringing in a lot of people from around Montana.
Some chef buddies, like Vineyard, like people up in Cali about that, because they took like 5-year Chinese courses. Like they really into Chinese food out there in San Francisco.
I want to talk about something.
I was trying to tell them about this podcast.
Let's get it.
This food really brings people together. And I'm bad with names. I just started working with him at this club I work at, but he did the 5-course meal. I would like to give a shout out. That was delicious. Yeah, it was quality at Vibe Marketing. It was just desserts, 5 courses, and then I believe 406 might have sponsored some of it. Yeah. There's Top. I mean, I'm new in the game, so I want to talk about the politic thing, but I think this is if my word mattered, like building something here, then maybe the big dogs can't come in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you already got this solid here.
Yeah.
Because that's why I'm scared of. I don't want to say name, but I've seen dispensaries like open up a half address next door to each other. Right. And I'm like, man, is that but it's not my business. But
there's a way to really work and have a good code of ethics to where you're competing with each other, but you're also supporting each other and helping each other out every day. And I think that's a good quality, healthy market. You're not fixing prices or anything else like that. You're setting your own prices, but if you need some bud and somebody has some surplus bud, you can kick it over to each other and make sure the customers get served.
It goes deeper though. It's like your self-discipline frequency, your pattern of thought on that stuff. Man.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm getting stoned. I like that stuff, man. Yeah.
The pregame and the cheese curds, man.
Negativity,
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you guys had one yet?
I'm gonna go ahead and sample into this right now.
And a little bit about them. What's cool is you can air fry them. I do have the times down. It's adjustable. Like everything I do, you can message me if you have any kind of issues. We document everything. We write down pH, temps, everything, just in case. Because one day the health department is going to be deep in this shit,
right?
And so we're going to just make sure that we feel like we're good because we have our surf safe. we're actually an S corp, you know, whatever. I'm learning all this stuff, so I mean, I'm kind of proud of it, you know.
That's awesome.
So it's like, hey, where do we go next? You know, we're set up to make you know, quite a bit of curds.
That's awesome.
You know, not much stress.
Mm-hmm.
So
Throwing it out there.
but thank you guys.
No,
Yeah,
thank you, dude.
but
Like,
future
this looks
lineup, we'd like
absolutely
to get some
amazing.
cheesecakes going, stuff like that.
So, what's your favorite cheese so far that you made?
I like blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
Yes, I like blue cheese. Yeah.
How about you, Christy?
I like the chocolate cheese
Mm.
one because it made me think of a Danish that you could put in for a breakfast Danish.
Oh, nice,
Mhm.
nice.
So,
You know what everybody seems to like? Is goat milk, goat
Mhm.
cheese.
Okay.
I mean, you can't keep enough of it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, if I had, it'd be gone.
So, do you think it's due to the sweet flavor or what?
Maybe I think it's also something to do with the lactose.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm learning a lot of that, and that's another thing with Ruby Gray. She's pretty smart and learning a lot of stuff like about the farming side.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
she's growing too, you know. So I Google a lot and I talk a lot. So I'll sit in Ace, I meet somebody and we're having a conversation about goats for like an hour.
You're talking about Morgan, right?
Where's that?
Morgan over at Groovy.
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah. So, dude, the salad is absolutely amazing. I just
Mhm.
snacked on another
Folks,
one of
I
the cheese
mean-
curds.
I'm going to let you know right now if you are looking for some catering or something for the summer. I mean, this was a wonderful dish. Hit the palate perfect. Got the cheese curds in there. They definitely kicked it off for a little bit of, I don't know, just that thickness that you need behind that balsamic vinegar.
Absolutely.
Both of them cut each other perfectly.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, my man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's definitely a delicious dish. I could see this, like you said, a perfect summer dish. You're having one of those days, you know, out under the
Dude, it's
canopy in the
102
yard.
outside right now. I
Oh,
mean,
dude.
it's,
It is
I mean,
hot.
It's hot.
And you know what? They the good ones, they'll squeak still.
yeah.
Like, even after they're fried, they'll still squeak like they're supposed to.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I mean, it just, I
Right.
mean, it all hit perfectly. The balsamic vinegar, I mean, it's not that vinegary flavor, it's not that sweet flavor. I mean, it's just that perfect balance of just
Yes.
like great flavor.
Mm-hmm. It takes a team, man, because we failed a lot. We're just normal people, you know.
Failing uphill, yeah. I think
we had stuff like mold. It was sad, and then like if I didn't have support from her or like Rob from Not Organics, like basically, not I'm my own man. I make my own
Yeah.
cheese. Not like being dad, or they're not being like my dad or not, but they help push in a friend way, like
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
just keep on moving forward, because I like to self-sabotage a lot,
Yeah.
So I feel like Kevin Gates right now.
yeah.
You got two phones? Do you?
I got one.
One?
Well, she has
Well,
one, too.
technically two phones. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go, getting the Kevin Gates on. So, Tanaki, I see you over there enjoying it. What's your thoughts on the salad?
I really like the salad. Honestly, with how hot it's been lately,
Mhm.
a salad was like the perfect choice. It is
Mhm.
so refreshing. The strawberries are so sweet and crisp. The balsamic, the dressing
Mhm.
is amazing. It's a perfect balance. Just
Mhm.
like a great balsamic vinegar.
Well,
And the cheese curds are amazing. I
Mhm.
love the texture. I love how crispy they are, all fried up. It's just overall, it's just really great.
good.
Hell yeah.
Now it's time for the next course.
Oh, the next
No, I'm joking. I'm not that smooth tonight.
Dun dun dun.
We got a tenderloin come in with a cherry OG sauce.
Ooh.
Sitting over truffle.
Folks, we will be back next week. We're gonna go eat some food. Bye. No, just kidding. Stick with us. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up, including some stoner trivia here in just a minute. But I'll tell you what I'll do is, being how we have Tanaki over there enjoying that wonderful salad, I'm going to pop into a little bit of cannabis news here real quick.
Go for it.
Because it's actually a pretty damn busy week out there in cannabis. So Germany is moving forward with their recreational cannabis legalization. So they are popping it off. They're going to be the second country other than Malta over there in Europe that has cannabis legalization. So way to go, Rhineland, get it done. Thailand cannabis industry faces new regulations. So Thailand went ahead and they decriminalized cannabis over there. Now they're implementing stricter regulations and controls. So, they're going to crack down on a little bit of the industry that's going on over there. get a little bit of government control under it. We'll see how that all plays
Got
out
a
over
little
there in
fast
Thailand.
and loose a little bit, so they're dialing it back.
Yeah. They were like, wait a minute, you're starting to get the Wild West like Montana out there. We need to dial you boys back.
Yes.
This is Thailand. We ain't acting like the Montana boys. Like, what's wrong with you?
We got
Like,
respect around.
show respect for your country.
Show respect for your weed, man. I seen some weed that was wrapped. They were doing a competition, and the weed looked like brick weed, but it was wrapped in aluminum foil, just in the cola. And it had a good sized cola that they unwrapped, but it was like wrapped in foil and then wrapped again and then
Tie
wrapped
stick, man, bro.
I was like, dude, how long is it gonna take you? It was like a Christmas present. It was a prank, dude. They just kept pulling it back. I was like, dude. And
the
then it
duct
got
tape
to
just
it,
won't stop coming.
and it was just disappointing looking. I was like, oh, you guys aren't really like celebrating that you're about to smoke that, are you? I was like, that looks like sketchy.
You know, that sounds exactly like the news going on up in Canada right now. Canada reports a decline in cannabis sales. So the overall cannabis sales in Canada, I mean, it may be due to regulation and all that other crap that happened up there, but they have declined, and the situation seems to be getting progressively worse each and every day. So the other thing that we have here in the good old United States is the federal cannabis legalization bill is actually gaining some momentum. Finally, it's got bipartisan support. Looks like if we can get him off the stick and get it through the Senate, you know,
Dope.
we might be able to get something done.
I don't think
I'm not
it's
going to hold my breath because there's just not enough time with the current Congress, with the current people who are in place. I don't think that's what's going to play out necessarily, but we'll continue to keep an eye on it. We'll keep everybody informed as we hear about it. And then California is implementing stricter testing requirements. California has announced stricter testing requirements for cannabis products to ensure consumer safety. So they're going that consumer safety route. They're going to basically regulate everything out of existence due to safety concerns. We've seen this happen in a lot of different places. You know, I think safety is a very important thing for everything that we're doing here. We have a lot of compliance issues that we got to deal with. I know Casey over there in the kitchen and Mountain Organics in the lab, they have tons of compliance issues that they're dealing with, constantly getting fined, constantly having CCD up their butt, you know, inspectors coming by doing all kinds of stuff. But there's a point where you start to regulate the business completely out. And I think California has done that pretty well.
Yeah.
So the Safe Banking Act to allow for cannabis banking, that has been reintroduced into Congress. Hopefully we'll see that sucker get through. But, you know, at this point, with so many states having legalization on the books, it's about time for the federal government to just get the hell out of the way and let us
Look,
get
the
things
government. So that's, I heard a lot of talk about possibly the whole federal legalization being a vote swinger, trying to get some last minute support for Sleepy Joe. Like you said, though, maybe there's probably not enough time at this point. You know, he might have thought about it and then, you know, I got distracted and went Roomba mode. And,
You know, I don't think there's much that can, you know, I don't want to get too far into the political scene because we're all about the cannabis here and loving on it. But I don't think there's too much that can save that man's candidacy at this point. I mean, like I have said over and over again, it's a bad episode of Weekend at Bernie's. And we've known this for 4 years. And the rest of the country is just now letting us know through the news. So it's all a bunch of BS. But New York expands cannabis retail licenses. New York State out there, they have issued almost an additional 100 cannabis retail licenses in the state of New York. So they are expanding they're expecting a robust and inclusive cannabis market. They sort of started off out there in New York. If you were convicted of a cannabis crime, they allowed you to go ahead and be one of the first people to apply for those licenses. And now they're starting to come out and do a little bit more. Yeah, absolutely. You know, they went ahead and they had some people who were busted before growing cannabis or doing whatever.
Like people have been shot and killed by this movement, you know. And it's like,
Well, and I mean, they've died in prison. You know, we had, you know, Rich Floor here in Montana alone. He died in federal custody. He was one of the first cannabis pioneers with Montana cannabis. You know, I mean, we've had a lot of people who have really had to give up their lives for this, and to get to where we're at today, to where people could just walk into a store, blaze up, and just enjoy what they're looking for.
You say they still do that? They allow that if you have, or they changed it. That's kind of respectful.
Yeah. I think they probably give first gives to it, but I think right now, you know, they said, look, for the first, you know, kickoff of these like first couple hundred licenses, we're going to give it to people who probably were affected by this in the wrong way, some marginalized community kind of people first, and then we're going to go ahead and expand this off into the regular public. Yeah, a lot like Montana was doing. Oh, absolutely. I think, you know, there is a position, you know, if somebody was sitting there, they were doing cannabis and went down the road, you know, and they had simple joint on them or something like that, and they got thrown in jail, and then they just went downhill from there for them. I mean, that's absolute bullshit.
Wyoming.
Now there is a position.
Idaho.
I think there is a position. I mean, if you were just straight up breaking the law and you had a 50,000 square foot, cannabis grow facility going on back there, I mean, you probably shouldn't be up on the. Yeah, I mean, that shit's premeditated.
Like my bad, I forgot that pound in my trunk. That might work. But, the whole premeditated got grow thing and everything.
But cruising down the street, I mean, and having an ounce on you, that you're smoking up yourself, and then you get thrown in prison for that. Like, maybe you should be able to come out and own a cannabis license.
In a way, it's a smart business move because they're like, all right, so we're going to open up cannabis licenses. Who should we give the first ones to? And somebody's like, how about the people with experience?
Right.
Like, so it's like, who do we know who's got experience selling weed? They were like, oh, the jail.
Well, I mean, it's sort of what they did with us in Montana. They were like, okay, all you little potheads go out there and you start your businesses and prove to us that this shit can work. And then we did it through the medical, phase. And they were like, oh, well, this shit works. So actually, we need to take it over through the Department of Revenue, and you need to start kicking us down 23%. So, or 20% of the take. And so you look at Montana on that aspect, and now they're like, well, by the way, we've got all these regulations, all these things in place, and pretty soon, where are we going to end up?
Yeah, it can be a crazy slope, if we don't keep things on a tight leash.
In the kitchen, it's kind of like you're learning. It's a different thing because you got to know a lot of math. So it's like, but I kind of respect what they, the regulations they have on keeping, everything in track so far.
Oh, I agree.
It seems like it's a decent system. It's kind of like learning how much bleach to put in a bleach bucket when you're in a regular kitchen.
Right.
You got to learn these new things, and it's just like it makes sense.
Yeah.
So
the things that keep the consumers safe, all of that, I totally agree with. There's a lot of process stuff that they try to pull. Like you didn't finish a package that had nothing in it in metric, so that's $1,000 fine. Things like that. That's really out of hand. That's not actually keeping the consumers safe. That's not making sure the program is being facilitated in any way. That's just being overly strict, and I think things like that need to be looked at a little bit better. I mean, as far as keeping standards for a kitchen, I think we all agree with that. I think keeping standards for a grow operation, making sure that the cannabis that's coming out of the grow operation is tested properly. Absolutely.
So when you're talking deeper, like the licenses and stuff, we have a lot of questions we ask ourselves about that because we hear rumors like there's no culinary ones available. Like they stopped allowing to purchase a kitchen one. And I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Yeah. So it'd be a manufacturer license. They didn't add any more, wouldn't allow any more new licenses. And in order to have like a cultivation or a culinary license, you have to have a manufacturer's license to infuse the products.
Okay.
So and it seems like from the current position of the interim rule committee, they're putting a bill forward that will basically freeze the licenses even further beyond 2025.
Okay.
So
I'm cool with I'd say the sponsor guys above me. Right. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And, just to quickly wrap up the Montana news here real quick. Montana has reported record cannabis sales. Montana Cannabis Market has reached a new milestone, reporting record sales in June of 2024. So we don't have the exact numbers out yet, but we know that is a record-breaking number for Montana. So everybody out there was doing a great job of smoking it up for June.
Right. Good job, everybody. Just while we're talking about everybody, let's take a look at our comments, man. Drop in the comments. Let us know where you're at, what you're smoking on. If you got any questions for our master chef right here, our culinary artisans, either one of them, definitely drop that in the chat. I see Austin saying he's digging the 406 Essence shirt.
Uncle Steve out there.
I would like to, shout out the 406 Essence, Mr. Kaliman on Instagram. Also, Josh over at 406 Essence in the Grow. Hook us up with a variety of their new strains that they had come out, guys. There's a pineapple Cindy. There's 2 phenos on that.
Some of that coming from Pure Propagations out there.
Oh, yeah. There was the apples and bananas, 2 different phenos on that. We've got some Oreos, and we've actually got some photos over in the thing. We can cue some of those up as we're shouting them out, guys. We had the crew go through and sample strains. If everybody wants to talk about real quick before we jump into trivia, what was your favorite strain as we're kind of looking through them? I know we still got a couple to try on our Patreon show afterwards, but
My favorite strain was marijuana.
marijuana.
Honestly, being this far in the game, weed tastes like weed.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the Scooby snacks. I thought that one had its own unique flavor, and I did not try the apples and bananas. I think we saved that one for later, but
The
I did
pineapple
enjoy the
Cindy
Cindy
99.
one,
Yeah.
That
So-
is super tasty. Sorry, guys, behind the camera today.
Yeah, Hannah
Was
from
that
behind
pineapple
the
got the
behind
rooms?
the scenes back
yeah,
there.
the pineapple Cindy
Was the one you rolled me up a joint of?
Yep.
Yes, that one
Super
tasted so
flavorful.
good.
I can't wait to nibble on the Oreos.
And just so
sometime,
just so everybody knows, we have now got microphones and we have headphones
And
to the
camera.
entire production crew and a camera back there,
You
and
guys able to turn
the
it on
production
mute?
crew
I
will
don't have a camera set up yet, sorry.
be a
Don't
part
have
of our
camera
show
yet?
very
I
soon.
guess not.
Hell yeah. So
We're getting it. We'll figure it out.
yo, it's kicking in. But
man, thanks for letting me serve y'all up, man.
no, dude, thank
This
you
is
for
really
coming
sick,
to
like,
serve up an
yeah,
amazing
delicious.
dish, dude. This
Yeah.
stuff
Those
is
cheeseburgers
absolutely
are-
amazing.
oh my
We
God.
still got some more questions for you.
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
No, I'm just more thankful that I can get out and do this for people. It's just what we do.
Yeah, all right.
And she hasn't been talking. I said we pressed on her a little bit.
Yeah,
Uh,
Tell
she-
us.
With my
Behind the
health,
scenes,
she's held up
that's-
like a lot.
Where I am.
tell us about it. Tell us about your experiences with cheese. Tell us what's going on. She's looking at you at a tone of voice right now, son. I'm telling you what.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yes, you are. I don't know.
It's closer to the air conditioning.
Hey, this guy's positive. as hell, man.
No, so it's been a great experience watching him first, when we were struggling, doing some different things, and
That's good.
coming up with the idea for cheese as Christmas present,
Appreciate it.
and just learning and seeing that experience. Take it something like milk, just starting with milk, and then learning about the different cultures that you have to do in order to develop the different flavors, and it all depends on the temperature of the milk. You want to make sure that you get it to the right one so that the cultures acidify correctly. And that's what develops, whether how deep or how sharp that cheddar flavor is. And just kind of learning that and seeing his passion just grow so much. And it's so pure that it was like, I want to be able to share a gift with my family and friends when I can't do other materialistic kind of things.
Yeah.
So it was really cool just to see that kind of grow and expand, and then meeting the right people with the same kind of passion and
The
seeing.
feedback's unbelievable. Like, it's overpowering sometimes because I try to stay humble, and I'm a pretty energetic Leo dude, and I'm like, man, it's like everybody's like, wow, it's pretty cool, But it definitely took a team, We've gotten fights in the kitchen. I'm thinking like Mountain Organic's gonna hear us on their mic or something, their camera, and be like, this is unprofessional. We don't want him here no more. I'm like, I'm trying to be like, this is our first thing where we're in control, So
Yeah.
it's like, we try to keep it professional, even though we are together and have a beautiful baby. We do it together instead of focusing on we had going through some court stuff, instead of focusing on that,
Yeah,
Focusing
I mean,
on the
give
positive.
yourself some good positive focus, good positive energy to look at.
You can't do it by yourself, but feed off
Absolutely
everybody
not.
else, just
No,
like
that's it.
everybody else feeds off of each other. There's some people out there with some really good energy. I've been dabbling in. I went to these church people the other day. I saw them with some lemonade, and they're like, "That's the Holy Spirit." I'm like, "Huh, okay, maybe that is." I'm not afraid to try it. That's what that is, and let's do it.
Well, we can infuse it with the Holy Spirit for
Yeah,
them.
I know. I love RSO. I'm sorry, you guys. That guy that I believe in that. I had some health issues where I almost died. A lot of people already know about it. It's just pretty deep. It's a transplant issue, but I really been trying that RSO dosage, and I don't know if it's that, but something just changed me, man. It's like I had somebody come. I don't want to incriminate myself on stuff, but I had some good foodie stuff happening, and friends come by and broke bread with me, and I made some good stuff, and then I had enough to actually take large dosage, and I did the treatment thing and kept going bigger. And there's days I don't remember or whatever, but it's just like it really. I don't know. I think that stuff can help people out in ways,
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
We had a cancer patient, Elizabeth Pincolini, from Alternative Wellness, also Vibe Marketing.
Uh-huh.
She came to us and she brought us this, gal. She was in her 70s at the time, very just angry and upset. She was from Texas.
Yeah.
Don't want to mention any names on the air or anything like
Yeah.
that, but patient protection.
Yeah.
But she was just extremely angry because she had, been told by her doctor down in Texas at the Texas Cancer Institute, look, you have about 3 months, just go say your goodbyes,
Yeah.
and that's all you've got left. And so she came up here, and her cousin, who she was extremely close to, was just like, nah, to hell with that. We're going to try whatever we can try.
Yeah.
And so he brought her to Elizabeth's clinic, and she was just like,
cool.
I don't smoke shit. I don't do shit, and she came to us just balled up, pissed off, angry.
Yeah.
And we were like, look, try some RSO, please. Just
Yeah.
try this, And I mean, what do you have to lose at the end of the day, And so she started putting this stuff on the cracker and stuff like that. Now, mind you, the Texas Cancer Institute told her 3 months is what you got on your plate here.
Yeah.
So she was 72 at the time. 3 years later, she fell and broke her hip and
that's
absolutely
normally when they-
recovered from it.
Wow.
And had no
That
problem
alone is
whatsoever.
good. Yeah.
And we lost her last year, but we got another
last
8
Christmas.
years out of her.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
that's it. That's a
Yeah.
story right
She
there.
actually
Yeah.
became like, she
Yeah.
adopted our family.
Yeah.
Because Nate and I was working as a registered nurse at the time.
Mhm.
And so it was very quiet of what we did for patients and stuff. And so we only had a couple, and she was one of our main ones. And we lost money, hand over fist, making
Right.
that RSO. I mean,
Right.
we were taking 2 to 3 ounces and giving her 10 cc.
Yeah, yeah, I was
you know,
able-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
tried. I
charging
gave
her
away a lot. I did
$40,
stitch
you
out.
know?
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Like for 10
Yeah.
cc's.
Yeah.
But she literally, like, it came back to us 100 times fold
Yeah.
because she
Just the love and the
Just-
the
Yeah.
enjoyment.
her and her husband actually became a part of our family. They adopted our kids, adopted our grandkids, even to the point where, I mean, she was
Yeah.
willing to even like give our kids a house. And we're like, no, you can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
We love you, but you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Right.
Really
And
nice lady.
She
Yeah.
was, and
Well,
her and
that's-
her husband both
we're-
were great people.
We're still live right now.
We are, yeah,
See, that's
definitely.
like that's good people. I mean, I don't know. I think that definitely helps your good side out. You being heavy medicated, y'all
Yeah.
be real, because we're under a lot of life stress, like most people, and like keeping a happy relationship, and it takes work, and sacrifice, and I'll be honest, some of those days, like I might be goofy or whatever, like, but we're still like a little bit of that stoner. It's okay,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing, a lot easier than the drugs that are putting me on.
Let's just talk about it.
talk about
it.
it.
Exactly.
But, it's just awesome.
I always said Rodney King had it wrong. He was like, "Can't we all just get along?" I think you should have said, "Can't we all just hit a bomb?"
Right.
Like, bro, like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Speaking,
it's tough with the RSO though. Like watching, you got to discipline yourself because I had just some issues where I think with my heart issue, I overreacted. I was in the ER maybe twice.
oh sure, yeah.
I had to take like the
Taking too
whole
much.
whole gram.
Got yourself a
And
good
then
panic
freaking
attack
out,
going
man.
on.
Oh yeah, I'm gone, man.
You were like that police officer that called
Yeah,
911.
yeah. Hey.
Bro, we're dead. We're
Yeah.
already dead. Like, I mean, I know we are.
It's not good because with my heart issue, they just do the same thing and send me home.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like but it's all good.
So
And that's a little more spendy, I mean, sitting in there in the ER, man. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
I noticed you said
well,
that
we're
earlier.
hoping to get. I'll be real. I don't want to be on Medicaid my whole life. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that things pick up. I can be a bit of American.
Oh, you know
citizen,
what? I think you're a good American
You know.
citizen no matter what
Yeah,
you gotta go
thanks,
through out there.
thanks,
but,
The system's there for people who need it and those
Yeah.
who use it in order to get a leg up
yeah.
and then get where they
Yeah,
need to
there's
get to. That's what
politics.
it's there for.
That's what it's
The
for,
people who
yeah.
sit there and stay stagnant on it, we need to encourage those people to move forward with their life somehow. And make sure
Yeah,
that
and
happens.
how to step
Yeah,
up.
because when I first found out my medical stuff, I kind of locked up. I climbed up. I was trying to like nah, but I was destroying myself, But
Yeah.
that's why I'm really hoping to go more on. Like I was saying, I like to dab and bamba, stuff like that. But man, I'm an adult now, and it's like, I would like to be guided down more the health route. If I got the skills or the passion to serve, what people need and want.
Well, I know
When it's
you
game on.
definitely served us up. And if it's
Yeah.
somebody else out there who isn't watching, doesn't come and get some of this stuff, you lost your damn mind. With that, I think we might need to figure out our minds on who's got some quick minds around here.
Oh yeah, there's some time for some stoner trivia, guys.
Trivia.
Yes. So I have 5 questions this week. So we're going to start off. What does the term terpene refer to in cannabis? A, the psychoactive compounds. B, the plant's flavor and aroma compounds, C, the plant's fibers, or D, the seeds?
Start with our guest here tonight, guys.
We're gonna go with B.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go.
I'm going with B.
I think I'm gonna take B too.
B all the way around the house.
Drop your answers in the
And
chat,
I'll tell you
guys.
What you got out there in the chat?
Okay.
Something while we're waiting on a couple of those answers, you mentioned about the responsible, use of the RSO. And to backtrack a little further from that, when you mentioned it, you were like, you got on those doses and you went bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you didn't remember. It was like bigger, 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 too big. I've been there. I have been there. I've gone probably like 3 grams of RSO, probably like 2,100.
After
Like,
the 420 thing 4 years ago or something.
yeah, it's so much RSO,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was tons of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you won. You had won some stuff on the show.
In the. Oh yeah, and you
Yeah.
visited me in the hospital. That's cool. That's dope. What's up?
Yeah, you won
I
the
appreciate
hat and
that.
stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're getting some of those answers. Everybody in the chat is dropping unanimous B.
Just unanimous B's.
Yep, and that is going to be the correct answer.
Look at us, smart stoners.
It was a setup, man. I studied, man.
So question number 2. Which terpene is known for its citrus aroma? A, myrcene, B, limonene, C, pinene, or D, linalool?
It's
G.
probably one of my favorite ones. It's lemonade.
Going with B.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm going B.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
It's going to be completely B night. So
Yeah.
B night.
You guys like that one?
Drop them in the chat, guys. Drop it. Looks like Calvin's dropping a B.
Yeah.
We got Lynn dropping B's.
T.
Austin dropping a B.
B.
Steve dropping that B.
That
Tagging
is gonna-
Wayne.
Tagging Wayne.
Shout out Tagging Wayne, guys. One of our newest moderators. Everybody give him a round of applause. Doing a great job out there in our moderation and things like that, helping to support the page and getting us connected with
Getting
folks.
that growth going on.
Definitely want to
We
give him the
appreciate
shout out, man.
B is going to be the correct answer.
We are B.
Oh,
Be great.
Question
G-Great.
number 3.
Cheerleader over here.
I know.
Which method of consumption is considered the most discreet? A, smoking, B, vaping, C, edibles, or D, tinctures?
Anything you do inside your own home.
So what do you guys got?
Pass between that
I'm
one
gonna go
because-
C.
Can you
Yeah.
repeat the question, please?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with cheese curd.
So the question was, which method of consumption is considered the most discreet?
Just discreetly hitting my vape behind.
I don't know. Either
Discreet,
tincture
don't
or
know.
edible.
Quiet, down low.
Yep, on the
Yeah.
down low.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with edibles.
Edibles for sure. Drop it in the chat, guys. I see Mr. Burns dropping the excellent in there, man.
Excellent.
Joining us all the way from Springfield, man.
Out there hanging up with Homer.
Oh yeah, hanging out with Homer, Smithers, the hounds, dude. You gotta be careful, man. Mr. Smithers is quick to release the hounds, guys. Don't.
You see that far?
Huh?
Man, I got my driver's test today. How did I pass that?
Oh yeah. You kind of get used to it.
Hey, we said don't incriminate
Oh,
yourself.
my bad.
I don't think the DMV's watching our show. Don't
Hey,
worry
no,
about it.
actually, we have a great business associate we met at the medical convention. Just now, what's the name of that company? He's great with business consultant.
Okay.
Hired him.
Daniel.
He got us all licensed, all hooked up. Daniel with
Breakaway Enterprise.
Breakaway Enterprise.
Daniel, Breakaway Enterprises. All right.
We
Shout out to
consult-
Daniel.
Speaking of back on that, yeah.
We consulting out there.
Yeah.
Well,
So if I, maybe he'll cover me on if I'm incriminating myself.
No, he's not the lawyer.
Yeah, we there's no incrimination on here. You just said that you forgot your glasses and you ain't driving, so you're
Yeah,
good.
yes. Good.
I'm driving. We're good.
Seeing lots of C's in the chat there.
Looks like it.
And that is going to be the correct answer.
Boom, shalaga.
So we got C. Hell yeah. What do we got next?
Question number 4. What is a strain? What is a strain in cannabis terminology? A type of cannabinoid. B, a method of extraction. C, a specific variety of a cannabis plant. Or D, a growing technique.
I'm gonna go with C.
We're
C.
D people.
Going C. Well, see, you know, we got a lot
What
of
you got out there in the chat?
we got a really, really good chance to pick up some education on extraction methods.
Oh.
So that would be really prominent when it comes to answering this with C, actually. So
Definitely C. So if you guys didn't get that, go back and watch a couple episodes behind. You'll catch up.
oh yeah, shout out to, you know, Seed of Life and Murphy Murray for having us out there to do some
Definitely.
footage. And
Also, Joey, I mean, he came on. Joey Fabrizio came in, hit that, you know, knowledge with us. We also had Derek from the Good Life Gang. I mean, he definitely shot some knowledge to us, you know, and to the fans out there watching everywhere.
oh yeah, definitely go back and check out those episodes, guys, whether it be on Facebook, YouTube. It's on X Full Lives. We've got our shorts on our Instagram. We've got our Kick page, and you've got our Patreon.
And like we always forget to say during our introduction, like, subscribe, share, and follow.
Absolutely,
Yay.
guys.
You guys did forget about
Everybody got that?
I didn't practice that one.
We're
No.
the worst
No.
at spitting out that line, aren't we?
Subscribe.
Follow, share, subscribe.
Hey,
Don't
we're,
forget about
we're
it.
just full of bloopers because we really want to be a lighthearted cannabis show.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure that's why we got it scrolling across the bottom is because we forget to say it so often.
Yeah,
Hello.
The production team has noticed a significant increase. You said what? We added that banner.
So, Daniel, you had a comment back there behind the desk.
Oh, I was just commenting that we've noticed a significant increase in engagement since that banner because you guys are not helping out.
Hard to Daniel's doing his technological
So
advances. Thank
you guys were talking about a team back there. You guys working together. We have a wonderful team. You know, everybody here, and including Daniel and Hannah back there. They are keeping our poop in a group.
Jill's
But,
usually back here
I'm
keeping our
usually
poop in a
high,
group.
but that's okay.
It's pretty freaking cool. This is the first time on a podcast. You know.
Well, I'm glad you got to
Besides
join
Chatterbait.
us.
No, I'm joking.
Well, you know, we don't have an OnlyFans, but you know, sorry.
Speak for yourself, guys.
So-
I don't know what you're talking about.
Adam's been trying to earn money out there, dude. I mean, I've had one for 10 years, but it only has one subscriber. Like,
Check out those hobbits
You're welcome,
feet.
bro. Like,
we found each other.
The answer to number 4 was C, by the way.
See out there,
Yay,
folks.
keeping
You got
us
it
in
right.
line. One more.
One more
Yes.
out there. We got a tiebreaker to get it.
So, question number 5. What is decarboxylation in the context of cannabis? A, the process of harvesting. B, the method of consumption. C, the heating process to activate cannabinoids. Or D, the process of growing cannabis indoors.
Yeah.
yep.
I got this
Yeah.
story, man. There's a big dog around here, Derek Hall. When I was learning how to do all this, I messaged him at like 2 a.m. Hey, how do you decarb? He messaged me right back. Told me
Nice.
that, you know, well, I can't say he did. I don't know, but you know, pickles and onions, and you know, help me out. You know, see,
Yeah.
yeah.
See. Everybody out there in the chat getting it in.
Dropping them. I
Giving
see
you just a minute.
Lynn, Hannah, Rachel, tagging Wayne, Calvin, Mr. Burns, Karen, Ruffles. Everybody dropping those C's in the chat. Mr. Burns said to check out my OnlyFans.
Rachel and Cook out there.
Just search Monty Pythons and thank me later.
Thank me later. Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
That's funny. Huh.
Oh, I'm
C
telling
is
you.
going to be the correct
You
answer.
talk about your medical experiences.
Yes.
So my husband had some medical heart problems, and we decided that we would start
Damn
doing.
woman stole it.
So sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I could say that. I'll get smacked. man.
exactly. But no, we started doing a wine and cheese night, and
Yes, that's
so
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
because my husband decided his doctor told him he needed a hobby.
Mhm.
He's like, well, I do this. And she's like, no, that's a job. And he goes, I do this. And he's like, no, that's a job too.
I told him I grow pot. And he's
And
like,
then-
no, that's a job too. And I'm like,
And-
Doc.
So he's like, I want to brew beer.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, fuck no. I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. He's seeing a kidney doctor. He's on like level 2, almost stage 3 kidney failure. I'm like, the fuck you're growing beer? Nuh-uh, this ain't happening.
Mhm.
you get permission from your kidney doctor, I'll let you do it.
What do you do? He got
He
it.
gave his permission. So
Best
we actually
$10,000 I ever spent.
started.
Don't
And
incriminate yourself.
So he starts brewing beer. I don't really do beer. And so I was like, you know what? I'll try some wine.
Mm-hmm.
I make an amazing moonshine wine. It's
Yeah,
like
I'd
a
like to try that.
24 to 27%.
Uh-huh.
It is
If you
almost
need
fireproof.
paint
Like you
peeled.
can light the shit on fire.
Yeah,
inside.
so I'm not like this genius at it, but yeah, that's where we're gonna get to, because in Placerville, California, a lot of other places in Oregon, we'd have to go train about wines. Like, is it fruit forward?
Mm.
Like, I was a waiter for like senators, governors, so you have to like present it right. Is it oaky, whatnot? And what it is you don't just become a wine snob overnight. You got to
Mhm.
evolve to it.
You got to try
like
it.
making
and taste
yourself.
it,
I
try
couldn't even
to-
imagine. It's like y'all out here. I'm not from here. I would love to go hunting, but how I can't have a gun. But I mean, I would like to cook like in Big Sky at the corral. They had elk that was just like live right there. And I thought it was the coolest thing. I could respect my food more. That's with the wine. I bet you have that. A different look at it.
We don't need guns,
Yeah.
bro. You get a stick, I'll get a stick. You come in from this way, I'll come in from this way.
Yeah.
We'll go 10,000
You should
BC.
stay away from my deer. I have them right outside this
Dude,
yard.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they just eat your trees, right?
I do not believe that's what they
Oh.
meant by paleo
I did
diet.
try growing grapes.
But yeah, so do you get into the wine as well?
My wife is more into the wine. I'm more into the beer.
Yeah.
Wines generally give me a headache, or they
Yeah.
give me like a heartburn or something like that. I've really tried to give it a good, honest effort. Tried a lot of different wines
Yeah.
from a lot of different vineyards and stuff like that. I found a few of them
Dark
that I
Cabernets.
definitely like.
That dark
Um,
Cabernet.
Some of those for sure. I like the
Yeah.
rosés as well. Those really work well. There's a couple from the Mission Mountain Winery up where I come from, Flathead Lake area, that I
Okay.
really got into. That work well there. And then
Like
Blackbird,
ice cream
I think,
or
or not
something.
Blackbird, but the Black Chicken or something, Black Rooster
Yeah.
was one that I tried out in Chico Hot Springs.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
it came,
yeah.
and I'll tell you, that was just a phenomenal wine with a steak. Like, it was a perfect pairing. And the history behind it, we just ordered it off the menu, didn't know anything about it, read the bottle. It was all about, that's how they would order some moonshine back in the day. They would order the black chicken and blah blah
Oh.
blah, and then everybody
Yeah.
knew
That's
that was the way to
the
go.
black
Interesting.
chicken
And
was
so,
like
I mean,
the
it was all
code
about,
word for like
a code word.
my age.
Right.
Right? I like
Food
that.
episode. What do you guys' like spots you guys like around here? I there's a couple political reasons why I give a shout out to a couple, but I really been popping on my radar is that Pork and Barrel.
Yeah,
I go in there with my daughter on visitation night, and me and her will eat. And they make their own cheese sauce.
nice.
Their pasta, their wine selection. I haven't, it's kind of like the chapters in my life. I haven't sat down, I'm talking right now, like, I'm not trying to be like I'm this wine expert and stuff, but, I have experience. I've been in the kitchen a long time.
Yeah.
And it just, it's not really my time in life to be experiencing wine right now. I was a beer god. I love beer like anything. And for my health, if I drink one, I swell up like a balloon.
Yeah.
But I found one lately. Don't tell my counselor, but no, it's
Called old Jules.
no. I don't know if I tried Meadowlark. Meadowlark affects me a little bit.
Yeah.
I love the sours from Thirsty Street,
Okay.
hands down. But the Canyon Creek Hefeweizen, it doesn't. Man, I'm fine.
So
Like,
you,
that's my
you thinking
beer
maybe
now.
it's just like the difference between the wheats or the barley?
Yeah,
or
I don't
something
know.
Like
I tried
that,
it. I like
different
to.
grains.
I like to get crazy on Facebook, and I was like, trying to get network rabbit hole to brewers and find
Yeah.
that information out.
Yeah.
Because I figured they may know, because what do they do different than my favorite is like I have a when it comes to Hefeweizens, I like Woodmere. I lived in Portland for a while, and they have really good crisp unfiltered Hefeweizens, light in summertime. You can just be like,
Yes,
it's good,
definitely.
It's
Nice.
like, or you can chill with it, it's refreshing.
Easy sipping.
Yeah, but there's something they do different if I can drink that stuff and then with the other stuff. And right now with my heart, it's probably better I don't, but it's nice to actually reward myself because I've been pushing myself pretty hard.
Well, I
so-
mean, you can see the results right
Thank
here. I
you.
mean, sitting on
Yeah,
the plate.
but-
I mean,
but, like,
Christine, you guys have just done a wonderful job.
if
with
it wasn't
these.
people around me, I couldn't take those bigger steps that I needed to take in life to get there, because people have always said I'm very talented. I'm just scared to take that next step, so I'm just kind of like trying to learn how to let go, but it's kind of hard to let go. It's not that easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but and
That's
definitely
why
the
the
community.
University
This is what it's
partner.
about. We could sit here for hours, cook up food. We even brought a grill and everything. You know,
You know what's going
You
on
know,
after the show, folks.
You guys heard it here. Though.
Yeah.
Take the leap. You know, take that leap. Step out there. You know, take those chances, and it'll pay off, and you'll be making awesome freaking food. Like, Joe. I mean, it took work. You got like years behind the.
I think a lot of
behind
my
the thing,
personality
but, you know.
too might have helped, like going out and just being like kind of like Blackbird Brandon. I see him flying around events, kind of like my energy. I'm just like, you know, you just get hit. You're just like, you know, what's really cool is the glass guys that with that big thing. They hit me up, said I want to try some cheese,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yes.
like, I'm trying to stay humble, man, because I'm just like, man, that's exciting to me. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's
think
huge
you're
to
going to
me.
do well. You know, the thing that I see here is, you know, I see you and your woman here, your wife,
Yeah.
working together. You're building something, but you've taken your life, you know, from where you were talking about self-destruction and stuff like that, put it into a positive manner. And anybody out there who is watching that, you know, is going to see that courage.
Look,
And
y'all
keep
touching me
showing
already,
them,
bro. I
keep
hope
showing
I-
them,
I
you know,
hope I
keep
can
showing
do
them how to
that.
do this. Keep showing that person who's out there in the situation where you used to be in, you know, who's sitting out there, you know, sitting on grandma's
Somebody help me,
couch
though. I had
in the smoke circle, you know, and they're going to find their people, you know, they're going to
Yeah,
find their
they're gonna
tribe,
Yep.
and they're going to find the people that raise them.
Though. I gotta give
Yeah.
God.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Jesus, you know that I feel like I don't even know him. I feel like high fiving him. I don't even, you know, it's like it has to be something help me get out this, you know. And I know it took a lot of stuff, fighting and stuff, but you know, it's good.
Hey man,
Most certainly.
Joel was on last week, and I mean, he gave a lot of good shout outs to Jesus and the good Bible study that they've got going over at Mazebo's on Grand Tuesday nights, dude.
Yeah.
8:00 over there. You know, if
You
you're
have
ever
to send
feeling
me
the
that,
mood,
yeah,
bro,
'cause
you
I'm
know.
kind of playing around with different churches right now.
Yeah, dude, they got. I mean, it's not even like a church setting. It's just a nice Bible study with
Yeah,
chill
yeah, that's
people,
what
you
I'm
know, that
looking
have been
for.
through
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
life, you know, and
yeah,
hang out and
exactly.
talk. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a really good experience. I've been a few times, bro, and I
Yeah.
definitely. If you want to go, I'll go with you one night, bro. It's really
I'll
good.
check that out. That was a cool place in Oregon along my journey. That they'd be like, even though I was strung out or something back, it was like 20 years ago. They play the guitar on the beach in Lincoln City and just talk about the Bible. It wasn't about they didn't care if you know how you were. It's just, but it took 30 years to really to. I'm not saying I'm this Bible thumper and stuff like that, but I know everything that I'm seeing and hearing seems right from what I've experienced, and that's me right there. So that's what the culinary journey. That's kind of, you know, that's not me, but you know, I'll be real. But you know, those ones up top, but those are ideas for other up squirreling. But those are ideas too. The curds can go on poutine, on steak, salads, peach salads with tarragon vinaigrettes. I can go on and on and on.
Nice.
And I can do custom cheeses. I am allowed to. I believe we're in the talks and okay to network out to other dispensaries if they're interested in.
Nice.
But there's some risks higher than normal stuff.
Well, come get with us at 406 Organics. We'd love
Yes,
to carry
sir.
your
Yeah,
stuff on
yeah.
the shelf for sure,
Mhm.
especially
I bet
it would
balsamic
fly.
I would like to
vinegars,
work on
cheese
honestly.
curds.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Oh, you're golden.
packaging. I would like to there's some place I really envy on the packaging. It's like it's really cool. There's some things I need to work on. But
Definitely.
like she helps me out with. She's like, well, because I'm all bitching about it, you know. Or, I didn't say bitching, my bad.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
You're
you're good.
good.
We cuss on a regular basis.
Yeah, so
If
but-
you haven't heard it out
but,
here,
you
we
know,
drop
this
the
is
hell
what-
yeah
That's my
constantly.
self-sabotage. That's my self-sabotage, you know? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it ain't good enough. It ain't, you know, da-da-da.
You know,
And I'll
I
beat
think that's
myself up.
a really good, it's a healthy trait though, you know, to be somewhat of a perfectionist. And then we have these people behind us to be
disease,
like,
too.
look, at least just get it out there, because we had that thing with the podcast here. You know, we started to get into that. No, this isn't good enough. Oh no, that ain't good enough. No, that ain't good enough. Finally, everybody was like, no, to hell with this. Just pull the trigger, bro. Like, and we went ahead and pulled the trigger. And you know what? I mean, everybody has really responded well to it. People like you have come on to the show, blessed us with their story. We've had Joel, so many other people on
Also, too, I get on and I'll chat and stuff. And like, I don't mean to interrupt shows, but I have literally seen some of these podcasts like stop with their advertising for their dispensary.
Yeah,
And they start talking about us and our cheese.
absolutely.
And I don't want to be rude, but they were so cool about it. And I'm in the background, like, hey man, I probably just screwed up.
No.
No.
Our chat and our
no.
viewers are,
When we-
are the most
You know,
like
but they were,
important.
like, no, I see them. They call me cheese guy. Hey,
Yeah,
cheese guy. Like, so I was branding some owners randomly of other dispensaries. And I'm not ready to push yet. Like, I mean, I can get it to people, but I like there's some big spots that I would like I was saying, that the packaging before I present it. And I just respect those shops that much.
Definitely.
That's
You know,
Yeah,
when it's-
definitely,
I mean-
definitely hit us up once you get that cheese in that final packaging stage and
yeah,
all that, because
yeah.
I will be your biggest customer.
Yeah, so I like the jars. I like the baller jars. Like if you
Okay.
can freeze them, because you have to keep them frozen.
Yeah.
You know, and the shelf life's like 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
I mean, unless you like a little freezer burn. I mean,
Right.
you can make them last a year or two. I mean,
You know, throw it on a burger, I think
some
you're good.
Dead grandma left in the refrigerator like from 5 years ago.
I think a really, really good strain to be used to infuse into some cheese curds would be our strain of the week, man. It would be that Kim
Okay,
Dog.
forgot.
Chem Dog.
We definitely want to shoot a shout out to all of our viewers for voting in our poll every week for strain of the week. Kim Dog
this
did
one
take
was
the
tight.
win. This one was very close. This one came down between a few votes.
Yeah. Apple Fritter and Chem Dog were just battling the shit out of it.
Yeah. So let's take a look over at that video.
That's fun.
We'll recap some strain of the week, and then we've got some legends on the legendary Kim Dog strain that we're going to jump into, guys. So let's take a look.
In the haze of the Emerald Land, a legend took its stand. In the heart of a festival, where dreams turn to sand. A chance encounter, a spark of fate, a mystery in a bag, a story so great. Kill great. Chem Dog, oh Chem Dog, with your 13 magic beans. A strain of myth and wonder, born in the brightest greens. From a chance encounter to gardens so serene. Chem Dog, oh Chem Dog, you reign the cannabis scene. They met at a dead show, strangers in the night. A deal was struck under the starry light. 13 seeds in a bag, hidden from sight. Little did they know, they held pure delight. Chem Dog, oh Chem Dog, with your 13 magic beans.
And we're back.
Welcome, everybody. So we are going to go over Chem Dog. It is a hybrid strain done by breeder Chem Dogs since 1991. The story of that I will let.
I got that over here.
Oh, the quick legend of Chem Dog and the 13 beans. And we need to throw a quick shout out to Calvin Vondra out there. He was joining us, what was it, last week or the week before?
About 2 weeks ago.
Giving us some good home grower tips out there. He also prompted us to throw that legend out there.
Go ahead. And,
You want to give him the quick terpene profile?
go ahead and do that, and I'll find it when I'm doing this.
All right. So our story begins in 1991 at a Grateful Dead concert in Deer Creek, Indiana, guys. As seen as you can picture it easily, with a vibrant crowd, an unmistakable smell of cannabis in the air, and the sound of Jerry Garcia's guitar playing in the background. And, just by chance, in the midst of all this, an encounter has occurred that would forever change the cannabis world. A young cannabis enthusiast named Greg Krinzowski, known as Chem Dog, was at the concert. And Chem Dog had a deep appreciation for the quality of bud and was always on the lookout for new and exceptional strains. During this concert, he came across these two fellow deadheads that were selling some weed, and he picked up 2 ounces of this fire weed. One of these ounces was seedless and just, on the point as you would expect. But this is the thing. People are like, oh, I don't like seeds in my weed. If seeds weren't in the weed, this story would have never happened and we wouldn't have it. So he finds 1 ounce with 13 seeds that would become known as the legendary 13 beans. So Chem Dog didn't just get the weed, he got the 13 beans, and over the next few years, he meticulously cultivated these seeds. The results were astonishing, and the plants produced an incredible strain with an incredibly potent and distinct aroma, a mix of diesel pine and skunk. This strain was soon known as Chem Dog, a name that would resonate in the cannabis culture for decades, guys. And the legend of Chem Dog would spread like wildfire. Its unique genetics became the foundation for so many famous strains, guys. We are talking about, You know, we've got the sour diesels, the OG Kushes,
West Coast.
and things like that. You know, this was a major building block for cannabis guys. And then as the story goes, some of the original beans were lost over time, adding to the mystique and rarity of the Chem Dog strain. The precise genetics of Chem Dog remain a mystery to this day, shrouded in a haze of a Grateful Dead concert and the cannabis counterculture.
Jack found the beans. That's how he came with the stock, bro.
Yeah. And
How else he's gonna get that damn high, like, bro? Like,
Yeah.
that was a magic bean Jack got a hold of.
I can go cheap.
yeah, that's a pretty interesting little legend there. And that was actually covered in the song with our strain of the week. So some of those terps that we're going to find in that legendary Chem Dog. Michelle, you got those?
Yeah. So they.
so
Sorry. Go
sorry.
ahead.
I couldn't exactly find the terpene profile on there, but I can give you kind of a little bit of a flavor profile. So it's going to be pretty diesel-y and chemically, as well as a powerful, spicy, plant-like taste with, of course, that very diesel-y smell.
I believe
Also that
the
good
video
pungent.
that queued up, it had the list as myrcene, caraphyllene, followed up with humulene.
Yeah, myrcene, caraphyllene, humulene are some of the terps that can come out of the Chem Dog strain. Obviously, you find those pretty prevalent in your New York sour diesel, West Coast sour diesels, and stuff like that. You know, and as far as the overall Chem Dog growth ability, it's a pretty quick, fast grow time. Seems to be something that has a stable genetic, doesn't seem to hermy out too bad, doesn't really require constant food. And so she's not one of those, you know,
Fickle ones, yeah.
fickle ones that we've had to deal with in the past for sure. But I think overall that Chem Dog is probably going to be one of those, you know, strains that we're going to hear about for a long time, just because it has so many genetic profiles that are out there.
Yeah, and they're two of the main ones that I would think of, you know, and as soon as I seen Chem Dog taking it and I was thinking about putting them in on the poll, we were talking Chem Dog. I was like pre-98 Chem Dog or just like the standard. But like, honestly, for me, it's pre-98. Pre-98, that original before it got like, you know, kind of stomped down with a whole bunch of different crosses and mixed around. And it went a bunch of different ways, and there are good ones. But a good pre-98 was up there, dude.
Yeah, you know, Daniel and I talked about that earlier today about, you know, some strain hunting like over in Afghanistan and stuff like that. I mean, that'd be some great stuff. But I think if we go back and like look at some of these landrace strains and stuff, some of these other strains like Chem Dog, we might need to go do a little bit of searching and try to find some really close to the home genetics.
We just got to go to a Grateful Dead concert, man.
You know, I mean, I think it's going to be hard to attend that one with Jerry.
You know, but maybe a Grateful Dead tribute concert or what is it? What is it? The Trans-Siberian Orchestra puts on the Metallica thing. Maybe if
can
they
get
go
the 12 beans instead of the 13 beans.
You know, it won't quite be there because it wasn't resonated, or what is the word? What is it when they do something with music? Serenaded. It wasn't serenaded by Jerry Garcia's guitar, so it won't quite be that special, but it'll still be special.
Right. You know, the one thing that we should probably tell everybody out there is that all of the songs that you hear as far as strain of the week, all the songs you hear as far as Casey's, you know, MontQueso cheese songs, stuff like that, the videos, things that you're seeing, that's all done in-house by the in-house production team. Everybody here, that's all a part of.
It's really exciting being part of it.
Yeah. So we appreciate you coming on and sharing your experience for sure. The one thing we've got to cover real quickly too, before we get too far down the road, is we've got some special events happening out there in Montana this weekend. Got the Strawberry Festival happening out there in Billings, folks. If you are needing something fun to do, get out there to Billings. It's one of the biggest festivals they have of the year. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. I mean, Casey's going to be out there representing Mountain Organics and MontQueso. Christine's going to be out there giving everybody a shout out. So, you know, join them out there. But we also have a couple of quick graphics as well. We have the
Rapping the Rivers.
Rapping the Rivers. That's going to be coming up. So we got to give a shout out to Barney and those guys out there with Filth and Foul. The Rapping the Rivers event that's coming up out there in Cardwell. That's just going to be right down the road from the 406 Organics Whitehall. But, you know, it's going to be a fun event, packed out there. Dizzy Wright, several others. You guys need to get out there and check that out.
And reach out if you need tickets, guys. The Budcast does have the tickets. I believe they're $100 pre-order online.
Right.
We've got a special, you know, hookup with Nick. Shout out to Nick and Rapping Rivers for hooking us up. Reach out to us. We can get you those tickets
And
on
you
the
can also
deal.
pick them up at any one of the 406 Organics dispensaries.
Absolutely.
Out there, Rapping the Rivers, and we'll try to get them out to some other dispensaries that are trying to cooperate with it and get that really pumped out there. Great Montana event. So the other one this weekend going on Sunday is going to be that Glastonbury event out there in Paradise Valley Immigrant on the 7 Points Ranch. Got to give a quick shout out to Chris Fanuzzi and the crew over there at Lionheart. This is a family fun event. You know, it's not revolving around cannabis, although, you know, Chris and the crew at Lionheart, they are heavily involved in the cannabis community. This is more to promote that Paradise community out there, Immigrant, and to just really give some family fun, love, and a beautiful spot to enjoy that. And if you can get out there, see the scenery out there in that valley, I recommend you get it done.
You said that was Sunday?
That's going to be Sunday, family fun event.
Yeah, we can do that this weekend. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was there's is it Paradise Valley, the fire, or is that something else? Hope
So that's
Valley,
going to
or-
be that's going to be over there in Helena. They've got the Horse Gulch fire going on.
Horse
That's blowing
Gulch.
stuff up pretty heavy. So
That's near Canyon Ferry Reservoir, right?
what's that?
That fire?
Yeah, Canyon Ferry. I think. Yeah, that's correct. I think so.
Well, it's just tough getting family friendly events right now with the transition of this coming how it's been right now. It's really tough because our baby right now is away from us, and it's hard driving him.
Yeah.
You know, being a dad at 40 like changed my life, and it's like I mean, I'm not gonna give my damn kid no weed. You know, it's like
Absolutely
you know what I
not.
mean, but it's like.
Unless
It's kind of like a
needed.
brewery, you know, like you still got the blues going, you're drinking your beer, and you still got the kids running around, right? Well, with pot, it's like they're still working on it, and
Yeah.
it's kind of tough to still go out and be yourself, and you know,
I think we just need to get to that point where everybody
Yeah.
understands that the citizens of this state and multiple other states, I mean, a multitude, at this point, a plurality of states, have all voted that they want cannabis to be a legal substance that people can choose to use. And just like you said, alcohol, just like you said, coffee, other mind-altering substances out there. I mean, we should have the choice to use that. And if you use it responsibly and you're not giving it to your child, unless it's in a situation like, you know, with Cash Hyde and other people that it's medically needed, you know, in order to preserve their life, then absolutely, by all means, give them the Rick Simpson oil, bring in some of the alternatives that could actually give them their appetite and stuff back.
or like cheese, they can't eat sugars.
Absolutely.
And stuff
Cheese
like
would be a great
So
one.
if it goes to federal, I'm not really into the politics side yet. I'm getting deeper, you know, but I need to be. Is if it gets Schedule 3, you know, I've heard rumors about being connected with some local pharmacies already.
Right.
So if you just relax and you never know, you know, you could be medically prescribed some curds.
There's some rumors out there.
Yeah.
I can't confirm them yet, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to go into it in the news, but Montana State University might actually be partnering up with some local cannabis companies around the state to start studying some of the medicinal aspects of cannabis and stuff like that.
That'd be exciting.
I hope that's a true rumor, and I'm going to be digging into that more. I'll definitely be bringing you back a lot more information on that as I hear about it. But hopefully we can encourage them to get into some sort of research like that. It's
And all
definitely
those-
needed.
and all those smart people, like give me your not like I envy doctors and stuff. Like, and if you want to know like what we know from weed, you know, this trade, because I think it's kind of cool what they do for us.
I mean, I think there's
You know?
a good collaboration that can happen here because, you know, you have the cultivators, you have the people who are processing it, you have the laboratories, and for them to actually invest in all that and get all that kind of equipment, that training, everything else like that, that's going to take decades. You already have it built in here. So if you start collaborating with the people who are already doing it,
Well, learning all
you
the
can be advancing very quick.
yeah, learning all the flavor profiles, you know, it's a whole nother thing. It's kind of like biology or something, you know, learning that chart, you know,
Absolutely.
it's an adventure.
I know Tanaki has been wonderful wealth of knowledge over at the shop there, Hannah and several others, as far as the flavor profiles.
Yeah,
I know you guys over there, you've got some wonderful flavors of cheese that we're going to be able to profile soon. And so I think everybody needs to make sure they're following Casey and his journey over there, Christine and their journey. And I think overall, we might need to start thinking about getting over to that.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say,
Paleoton.
speaking of our advancing of cannabis, we were going to be advancing into that after show so that we can jump onto the Patreon. Make sure you're joining us over there, guys. We're going to jump into some of these amazing strains provided to us over by 406 Essence over there on Overland Road, guys, back behind like Petco, PetSmart, all that stuff on King, right back there behind it. You can slide down there and pick up all of these strains. I believe they got 9 to 12.
They also have a store out in Acton as well.
Yeah.
So they're on Overland. They're out in Acton. I think they're, are they recreational or only, or are they medical? Or?
I don't know about the Acton shop. The one in Billings is a medical only facility.
Right.
Go get your med card and get this strains, dude.
I mean,
Go see Elizabeth.
it's not
It's
much.
fine.
Get over there to Alternative Wellness. Elizabeth has you covered.
Yeah,
And they're
pretty
fire.
cool over there. That's why I go. They have the clubhouse, right? So it's kind of like a motorcycle gang. Like you pay your membership, you go in there and you do. You don't talk about the Fight Club.
First rule of Fight Club.
Yeah.
Stays at
You never know. Somebody come by with some food. You never know.
You never know.
Honestly, I'm gonna
It's
give a
my
shout
AA,
out to Elizabeth because
definitely.
my uncle had cerebral palsy, and most people don't know that Elizabeth does so much more for the community than what she really does. And I was working as a nurse. Nate was working. Our family was busy. My aunt was working night shift at the hospital, and she was exhausted.
Yeah.
She just needed somebody to be with him so she could sleep.
Right.
And so Elizabeth would go to my uncle's house and spend 2 to 4 hours, 5 days a week. And she did not take any money, nothing. And she did that at the end of his life to help him.
There's some good people out there.
And I mean, to me, Elizabeth is always family. I love that woman. And her own son didn't even know that story when they actually came to our dispensary and he told me, he's like, I'm Elizabeth's son. I was like, I want you to know something about your mama. She is a great, amazing soul.
It's weird timing because I ran into somebody that actually knows her and like gave me some word about her, and it was pretty boss.
Yeah. She's awesome.
And my experience with her is pretty cool.
Most people don't realize the amount of advocacy work and everything else she's done. She was a part of one of my original board of directors for the Montana Cannabis Industry Association, heavily behind a lot of the signature drives, a lot of legalization efforts, a lot of the preservation efforts to keep cannabis in Yellowstone County, keep everybody here.
See, no wonder I feel like giving back, because when that piece of trailer gets done, if I'm not using it, I would like to park it there so the clubhouse would use it. And it's just something I feel, it's not about money or nothing behind it. It's just like you feel like she deserves, because she's a lot of trucks cancel on them over there and stuff. And
Definitely.
It'd be nice to, if they could put pies and keep it clean, why not?
So let's
I think if we all continue to support each other, like you said, we're all gonna make it Montana style the way we've always made it.
And I appreciate y'all letting me in.
Is it?
It's raining, so if anybody's
Casey,
got their windows down,
I want to thank you and Christine for coming on the Budcast for our live episode. If you guys want to stick around,
She deserves more credit than what I gave her on this show.
She's
Like
amazing.
for real. You guys don't even know.
you know what? We appreciate having you guys, and we want to have you guys back and to continue to share your journey with everybody out there.
It is starting to rain pretty hard. I have my windows down, so
Right.
I am going to say peace out and good night, everybody. And I hope you join us over on our Patreon.
Absolutely.
Nice meeting you and cool name.
Shout out to all of our sponsors, GDRC, Montana Cyber Technologies, 406 Organics, Buzz Bean.
Which is
The list goes on and on, guys. If you're interested in getting in on this
espresso
sponsorship.
cheese curds, I mean, Hannah and them over
Yeah.
there, they're opening up a coffee shop, the
So-
Buzz Bean. So you
So
guys
check
should
this
do some
out.
collabs.
So check this out. I've been studying nano powder, and I'm not trying to copy. I just saw it at Mary